is this All Hallows Eve or is that tomorrow?
I think Halloween, the day is All Hallows Eve.
The day is not the eve.
Well, the evening of Halloween
November 1st is All Hallows?
Is All Hallows Day, I think.
Well, it's not Halloween. So Halloween is the day. All Hallows Eve must be night before.
I think it's a either or situation though. Where like because Christmas Eve is the day before Christmas. See, this is a tough gray area.
The night before.
Well, I wish we could get a Valentine's Day Eve so I could remember.
Oh yeah. You've been in the doghouse a few times forgetting Valentine's Day.
I mean, I am the king of stopping by a CVS on February 14th and giving what's rummaged through. I usually find a couple of loose flower petals.
Whitman's.
What time February 14th?
February 14th, about 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah, when I'm getting off.
Yeah.
The old JOB.
I've got a graduation teddy bear and a Valentine's teddy bear that I just switch back and forth.
You
steal it
so you steal it back.
You steal it back? Well, you haven't given anybody a Valentine's gift in a long time.
Oh, well, not solicited or not consensual, but I'll give people a Valentine's gift.
Have you had a Valentine's Day gift returned or not accepted?
Well, I always gift receipt a Valentine's Day gift.
What does that mean?
So that they can return it not in front of me.
Oh, I see.
But, once a year, I'll have a Valentine returned from a beau.
Once a year?
Or a
so
loved one.
every time?
Once a year. It doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day, but once a year. And then, obviously, my whole class,
So somebody gives you back a gift once a year?
Yeah, Valentine's.
Oh, right. Right, you specify Valentine's.
Well, because a lot of people, aren't aware of how
disgusting you are.
Well, I saw you last year on your Valentine's Day date, but I could only ever see one person at the table. I would see a man sitting at the table, and the woman was in the bathroom, and then the woman would come back sort of fixing her wig, and the man was
And
gone.
I know we do this a lot, but this was a Mrs. Doubtfire situation.
No. I mean, I guess last year I did go on a date with my daughter's new nanny, and I don't know
Change a couple of the details, Todd.
What's that?
Just change a couple of the details.
Your daughter's new nanny that you hired.
Don't do the
And
exact
what was her
plot of
name?
Doubtfire, buddy.
What was her name?
Mr. Sure Ice. Her name was Mr. Sure Ice.
Mr. Sure Ice. So Doubtfire, Sure Ice.
Huh. Oh yeah, those are kind of opposites.
Because I mean, you've always got synonym.com up on your computer, so we know what's happening.
Well, that's for my plays and my poetry.
Well, that's because you plagiarize so much.
Synonym.com? You don't use a thesaurus? You go to synonym.com?
I don't know if you've read my new play,
We haven't.
Well, yeah.
My new poem. I've got my new poem.
You're doing poems now. This is awesome.
Shakespeare had a lot of poems.
We've got to read some of your poetry.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd love to show you my poetry book.
All right, so this is going to require us to know one poem.
Yeah,
that you're going to change.
There's
so
obviously the person that is getting a phone call from the ringer.
Okay. Good.
So
The man?
is
The man.
That's an original.
Is that like a Walt Whitman? What is?
That's an
It's
original.
a Todd Padre, is what he's trying to say. But we don't actually know which one he's ripping off, is what we're learning.
We'll see.
And you won't tell us the source material on that.
No, why would I tell you? It's my own brain. I mean, there's
why don't we try
I'm familiar with why the pigeon in prison makes mouth noises.
I know why the cage bird sings.
Okay, I see.
I also saw one you had written down.
Pigeon in prison.
I saw one.
That's barely a synonym, but that's pretty good though.
I saw you working on one, and the title of it was "The Street Least Walked On."
Yeah. Well, because we all take different streets.
It's the road less traveled, Todd.
I guess I'll take the street least walked on.
No,
walked on.
Laced.
I don't know, Todd. I think you need to reassess your sort of commitment to art.
What about The Dog of Floor Boulevard? Your movie. The Dog of Floor Boulevard. Your movie.
The Dog of Floor Boulevard. My movie.
Oh, I'm
The Wolf
sorry.
of Wall Street.
I did a couple antonyms.
Yeah.
You did a couple antonyms.
That's right. Well,
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but the word
synonym.com has antonyms, and they don't
do.
make them clear enough, you know?
They don't. So a lot of people don't know this, but the word plagiarized was invented about you.
Well, yeah, that was about me originally, because it was about my plays. And of
And they
course,
hurt your
I'm geriatric, and they hurt your eyes. So,
Plagiarized.
Play geriatric, hurt your eyes.
yeah.
That makes sense. And that's what copying is.
And so that was, when an old man writes a play that hurts your eyes because it is such a ripoff, that is based on me. That's based on my original play, of course. Let's see, what was that? That was Italio and Ruby Liette.
So,
Romeo and Juliet.
okay, yeah. So, I see what you did. Rome, Italy.
Oh, I see.
Juliet, Jewel, Ruby.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It might
It's
be,
an
Todd,
original.
I gotta say, it might be easier to just write original poems. These are pretty
Yeah, this
difficult.
is harder.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, tell that to my $500 subscription to synonym.com.
And then at one point it said at 3 Brute. Like at that point you were just like, you were just kind
That
of
was
sounding
more of a sequel, you know. Hey, we've seen that too. But what about at 3?
I haven't seen. Oh, I did see E.T. That's the original.
E.T. Brute.
E.T. Brute. So what, that's
E.T.
the-
gets fucking stabbed at the end of that.
Well, Todd, these poems, I mean, they do sound unoriginal and pretty bad, but at least you're being creative again. That's really cool.
Yeah, you
nice.
were in a slump
It's
there,
nice.
you were saying.
Yeah, I was in a
Middle
bit
of
of
this
a,
week.
a
Well, they
creative
forced
slump
you to-
'cause I was so, well, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, should we actually start the episode before we get into what happened with your play?
Yeah.
Kick it.
All right, kick it. Ladies
he
and
should do it. He beat you.
Yeah,
Todd
he-
beat you. He gave a
All
little
right.
quiet kick it. And the music kicked right in, as we know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Teacher's Lounge, the first, best, and only podcast pertaining to issues relevant to the Hamilton High School community. I, of course, am Howard the Fonz Levis.
Howard the Fonz. Now, why are you going by the Fonz? Is it because of
I'm
your
not
jacket?
going by the Fonz, guys. People have just started. It's a new nickname. I know I've had a new nickname every week, and this one's sticking.
Well, you've definitely combed most of your hair out with that comb. You've been like-
You've been anxiety combing
Well, here's the
your
thing.
hair.
The only comb I had for a while was a flea comb, so it's really, really thin bristles. And
Well, he
my
doesn't
hair.
need a comb. He's bald.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Let's not call it what it really is.
Let's
okay,
not
thinning.
call Flea bald.
I mean, he's bald. The guy doesn't need a comb.
Yeah, but he has a very thin, very, very thin space between the bristles, and my hair follicles obviously are pretty thick. So it was ripping them out as I was combing my hair because I thought I had to. You have to comb
You've
your
been
hair.
waking me up a lot in the morning, combing your hair and just screaming in the bathroom.
It hurts, man. Hey,
What's good? So you guys
looking
are.
We've been sort of bunking. I've been sort of between places.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to your other place?
Infestation. Infestation.
That's okay.
Bugs, rats, vermin. A lot
Wow.
of infestation. I forget to take out the trash, for months on end sometimes.
Right.
And the vermin will, when the trash is away, the vermin will play.
when you say vermin is such a. You already said what I would assume all the vermin are: bugs, rats. What other vermin could possibly exist?
Possums, wildcats.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Bobcats.
Wildcats are vermin.
Bobcats,
Small
wildcats,
cows.
small cows. Yeah.
Calves?
Shetland ponies.
Okay.
I have a Shetland pony infestation right now that is just destroying my pillows.
How does that start? What are Shetland ponies attracted to?
Well, just all the other trash. I mean, once bugs come in, then sort of wildlife gets the message.
Oh, it's the food chain.
It's the food chain. Inside is
Oxygen
outside.
breathing fish, right?
Yeah.
Oxygen breathing trout.
Oxygen breathing fish, walking fish. Walking fish
That's
over my
right.
house right
You
now.
are in the middle of the dawn of man in there, right? You've got.
Yeah, because
Darwin is actually coming to my house to study.
I had
I thought I saw. I think that is a guy with a big beard, white beard. I'm
Well,
not certain it's Darwin.
I'm
was
pretty
so-
sure it's Darwin.
It might be him.
Yeah, well,
I was over your house the other day, ended up having a blast with the missing link. We went out and got a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted a mixture between wheat, just plain wheat. He wanted whatever is in between wheat and beer. He's also
He wanted wort. He
Yes.
wanted the wort.
He's he wanted like half cooked,
Like unfermented.
spaghetti.
Right, but he's
like-
cool.
He's awesome.
You were partying with him.
Yeah. No, we got fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. The missing link. Now, is he scary?
Not to me. I guess some people in the restaurant were like, "What the fuck? This is
The restaurant cleared out.
Yeah,
pretty
like I'm losing my biblical faith. It's proof. Oh, evolution was real. Head explodes.
Oh, that was you at the Olive Garden Awakening.
yes.
Oh my God.
It's the Olive Garden Awakening. Lot of atheists in the town now because I've been running around with Missing Link. It's really like lost a lot of the faith. Church attendance is down.
A couple of churches have already been shut down and then reopened as Halloween stores.
Yes,
That's right.
There's 3 different Halloween stores that popped up in churches.
Which, by the way,
tomorrow's Halloween.
That's great. Kids, now you could go to the Halloween stores and get your costumes. Stay out of my house. Stay out of my closet. I don't know what it is about my house and the stuff I wear that makes you think it's scary.
Well, yeah,
but
one of the most popular masks this year around town was your face.
That's right.
So kids came in and sort of like
Plaster of Paris on your face.
Paris your face one night with some SNL staff members.
That's right, but they got non-union people, so they're getting. I'm not getting any like tubes in my nose to breathe out of. I'm not getting food or pee breaks.
Right, part of your brain died when they made that mask.
The last part.
What?
The last part.
No, Todd,
right.
you still got some brain in there. You wouldn't be functioning.
No,
if you
it's
didn't
in
have
there,
your
but
brain.
it's dead.
It's dead. Yeah.
It's like you can still have a tooth but need a root canal.
Yeah.
That's a dead tooth.
Right.
And it's still occupying the space.
You are hearing from the ghost of my brain right now.
Yes. And
it
I
is
gotta say,
haunting my
Todd,
body.
it's the same. It's almost the exact same. I feel like you're here with us.
Thank you.
A lot of kids are saying that your classes haven't changed at all either. So
Yeah, I guess I'm just that good. So how'd you meet the missing link? Oh, at Sam's house.
No, we were chilling. We were all
Yeah, we
went
were
to
chilling in the mess, kind of chilling in the trash. And after, in the beginning, I was like, God, I really got to take this out. And you know what? I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And it kept being tomorrow. And I'd say tomorrow again.
Right.
And then you're like, well, it's kind of developing a certain different flavor in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you called 1-800 got junk? That number? They bring a big dumpster and they just take everything and
Well,
throw
you
it all
called
away?
1-800 want junk.
Yeah. What
Right.
want junk is what I call it. Now, what is got junk?
Got
They
junk,
take it away?
They come and clean up for you, but you got a service that
No,
brings more trash.
I
to
called
you.
a want junk. Once it started to get full, I was like, hey, this feels
Okay.
good. This feels like I'm
Well,
hanging
Sam-
out.
And then they cut your lights, and now you got some bioluminescent animals in there, right? They had
right.
they had
I have
kind
a
of one of those
triggerfish.
underwater, little ships going through your trash.
Yeah, fucking that guy who wrote Titanic.
James Cameron.
Yeah, was in your living room, kind
a
of floating
submarine.
around, pointing at our asses.
Yeah, we're shooting the next Avatar in my living room just because of,
Wow.
a lot of the nature that's popped
No.
up in there is like nothing that's seen anywhere else on Earth.
Oh, so he's basing the new Avatar sort of world.
Yeah, it's called Avatar Trash Ocean.
Are you,
Right,
Wow.
and he pulled your pants down and saw your little tail, right?
That's absolutely right. And then you're not going to believe this. Our hair touched each other and me and James Cameron bonded.
Wow.
He was riding on my
geez.
back and I understood everything he wanted.
Well, shit.
Wow.
Sam, I was under the
and
impression.
this was
Action.
your consent,
Oh,
right?
Sorry, sometimes he's
Sorry.
still in there.
Oh, that was a little Cameron.
That was
coming up.
Cameron.
He
Sorry,
must
he's
be
on set,
right
but
now.
I'm still so tied to him from our
Now-
hairs bonding.
Now, Sam, you
Right.
did say that you staying with me was going to be temporary, but it's sounding like you're sort of giving over more and more of your life and property to people.
Well, yeah, the film crew is pretty much moved in there. I mean,
Okay.
shooting a new Avatar movie is a full-time job, so
Okay.
my place is pretty much a set for a
so
while.
I'm just saying
is
the
the
couch
Halloween
isn't
party
that
at your new house still going down this week tonight?
Oh yeah,
Excuse me?
absolutely.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
There's not space for people in my house. Sam.
Well, I don't know. The invite said, come filthy. I don't know what that means.
Come filthy.
Do you have the house, or is it a haunted house?
Well, my
Because I've
the
been
home you've
staying
been
at your
staying.
house, but
well,
now it seems to be a haunted house.
it seems to be. Well, you've changed it quite a bit, and I'll be honest. I'm tired of sleeping on my couch. I would love it. I would
No,
love
we're
it
having a
if you would
rager tonight at your place. Every
Guys.
every young adult
Every young
in
person,
town,
yeah.
every single adult we've
You'll love
invited.
this. You'll love this. A lot of the cool adults will be there. I know you've been impressing some of
Well-
the teens,
well,
but maybe you could show the adults the quote unquote couch you're
I
sleeping
wish.
on, love seat.
I wish I'd freaking known that you guys were going to have an adult party at my house because I'm hanging out with some kids tonight.
Aw.
There's
Yeah, huh.
Marco is throwing a party at his parents' place,
Polo.
and yeah,
You ever do that with him?
yeah,
I
that's
don't
his last
think you
name.
need to know that
His
there's.
name is Marco Polo.
Yeah, you know
Sorry.
Marco Polo.
Yeah, Marco Polo, he's the one that discovered the gym.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
We didn't know we had a gym for a while.
That old underground
Well, he
gym from
definitely
years
kicked
before.
all the people out of there and claimed it as his.
That's right. He's
I mean, our gym is like a little bit. I mean, the other Monday was gym day. Was Marco Polo Gym Day?
Yeah.
and it needs to be called Indigenous Gym People's Day.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
That's fucked up. What he did.
This is crazy.
We don't need to celebrate him.
Now it all makes sense to me. I think Marco's parents are going to be at the party at my freaking house,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be at Marco's house with all these kids. And
sounds like they maybe invited you to chaperone or
Well,
to
no.
buy the alcohol.
Well,
'Cause
I'm doing that.
I know, like, well, Postmates will bring you alcohol now, but you need to show them your ID.
oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay. What are they drinking?
Huh? The Bartles and James. The
Bottles and James.
bottles of James. I don't know.
Bottles
Of James. They told me to go to the grocery store and get them a
Bottles?
40-pack of bottles of James.
And have you done that yet? What happened? With
I went to the store this morning
Maybe
and I
that's
asked
like
the
a
guy,
Mrs. Buttersworth type alcohol.
I don't know. The guy laughed in my
Is
face.
it a Mrs. Buttersworth type alcohol?
Yeah, like is it the body look like a man named James?
I
Does it
couldn't
look like a
find
man
it.
named James?
I looked it
Just
up
look
on
for a man
Google.
named James in the bottles aisle.
Excuse me, where's the bottles aisle?
I'll have to go back to the ABC store.
Where?
see.
In Hawaii?
Yeah, they said I could only find it in Hawaii,
You've
so
been
I got to
going to-
hop a plane to Hawaii.
You've been going to Hawaii to find alcohol for these
Yeah,
kids' Halloween
Honolulu.
party.
Honolulu. I got to get bottles of James in Honolulu for this kid's party.
You couldn't find bottles of James locally, so you figured you'd fly to Hawaii and go to an ABC
The kid
store?
said they have it in Hawaii. Like Marco said, he went on vacation and he got bottles of James in Hawaii, and he told me to head back out there and grab him some more.
Much like the Fonz, you tried to surf over a shark in Hawaii, and the kids kind of stopped talking to you, right?
What's that?
You tried to surf over a shark in Hawaii, and the kids stopped talking to you?
They said,
Yeah.
you jumped the shark?
That's when they started calling me the Fonz.
Oh, after the fact.
Yeah.
So they're calling you the Fonz from the thing that famously is referenced for the worst part of Happy Days?
You think that's the worst part of Happy Days?
Well, it's reference for when a TV show dies. It's
No.
from Happy Days.
I
Now
was-
it's every
Is
other
that
show.
based on a thing the Fonz did?
He literally
jumped.
It's
jumped
the
the shark.
best episode
Really?
of Happy Days.
I didn't know that
he's
was the
skiing and he
or-
jumps over a big shark. It's the best episode. People think that phrase is negative.
That's
What are
negative.
your other favorite episodes of TV shows?
My
your
favorite
favorite
episodes of
episodes?
TV
I
shows?
said episodes. What are your
I
favorites?
love the last two episodes of Lost.
Okay.
I love let's see, what are
You
some
like
other
the
great
ending of How I Met Your Mother?
Love the ending of How I Met Your Mother. I thought it buttoned the series up perfectly.
Third season of Battlestar Galactica?
Third season Battlestar, best one. First two, terrible.
Yeah, you're a big fan of everything around 2008 writer's strike, right?
Oh, I thought it was such a more digestible thing
Well-
when shows only had like 8-9 episodes and they ended abruptly, like they just like tacked an ending onto
That's
it.
the stuff I was writing because, I was out in Hollywood scabbing around that time.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yeah, you like my work, which, again, I'm an artist,
Wow.
I'm a poet, I'm a TV
I'll be honest with you,
writer.
Todd. If that's true,
TV scab
yeah.
writer.
I scabbed Maya Angelou. I remember she went on strike when she was the poet laureate, and I scabbed and I went in there.
You take
Into
a
her
real
office?
pleasure in scabbing. I've seen you sort of been like, oh, if they don't want, are they too good for this job? I'll take
Well,
it.
who do these union pricks think they are?
Be careful.
Look at you
Todd.
shifting around in your seat. I have never seen you with so much potential
He's
energy.
I
alive.
am disgusted
He's
by
alive.
these union
He's
guys.
alive.
I
He
mean, this,
sat up.
I'm awake for this. Hey,
What do you hate about unions? They're classically, I feel like, pretty good organizations.
oh, they're corrupt. They're taking the money out of big Walmart's mouth. The teachers' unions. Have you seen these selfish teachers trying to get living wages?
Right.
It's enough that it can make you spit in their face, which I do. I'm
But
the
you're
one
a
that,
teacher, Todd.
I
Don't you want
blocked-
living wages?
When Hamilton tried to unionize, I'm the one that blocked it. I was scabbing. I was teaching every class when all the teachers walked out.
Yeah, you motherfucker. You were teaching my class for me.
Yeah, and I showed that I could do it as good as anybody for half the money. I'm scabbing for Uber, Lyft. These guys are trying to get $30 an hour. They're trying to get rights. I'm saying, come on.
Yeah.
An honest day's work. An honest day's work.
I don't know what you mean. I
An
don't
honest
know what
day's
you,
work.
That doesn't really mean anything.
Well, we're all going to be CEOs one day. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And when we're CEOs, we're not going to want to pay these union losers.
Right.
So you got to think like a CEO even before
Yes.
you are one.
But
Well,
everybody
that's
can't
how
be a
I
CEO.
always vote. Even though I have no money, My life is in shambles. I could use some government
And you're
assistance.
teetering right on the edge.
Right on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
I vote assuming that one day I will be rich.
You vote like
And
a sexually satisfied rich man with a full head of hair.
But I couldn't be more the
Vote
opposite.
for the life you
Except
want.
head of hair. Except head of hair.
Bill,
Big,
you
long
have
hair.
you got to give up on the whole your hair's real
No
thing.
one knows this.
You
is
are
a
not.
piece.
You're not
No one
going to
knows
vote
this.
your way into having hair, Bill.
No one knows this is a
happen.
piece. No one knows.
You've
Yes,
admitted
we
it
do.
on
I mean,
The
like
mic.
when I'm
First
walking
of all,
around,
Bill-
I'm of course open with you guys, but nobody in the world knows this is a piece.
Everybody, first of all, knows that's several pieces. They
No
couldn't
one
make-
knows this is many pieces
Yeah,
put together.
that is
No.
that's
This is a hodgepodge to make one sort of
honestly,
expensive
your
piece
head
out
looks
of cheaper pieces.
Your head looks like a soccer ball.
sort
It's like a
of
bunch of
expensive
hexagons of
piece.
hair.
No, you can't
Yeah.
see the hexagon of ball up top.
Yes, you can.
You cannot.
Bill, I'm taller than you. Every time
Somehow I'm wearing a piece, but I still have a comb over. You can't tell that.
Let's just leave it at this. We're not leaving it at this, but maybe here's a piece of evidence. Mia Hamm kicked your head almost clean off yesterday.
And then Brandy Chastain took off her shirt and celebrated in the middle of a.
Well, I
and
mean-
then Megan
the game.
Rapinoe said she wasn't going to visit the White House after all
Yeah.
that happened.
Oh, well, they don't want her. They didn't want her there. They didn't want her there first.
Yeah, they never wanted her. No, listen. My head does not look like a soccer ball. Nobody kicks it into goals. Relax. Okay, I'm fooling everybody with this piece.
I saw a little 13-year-old grab your head and do a front flip and throw you.
Yeah, and all of his friends were like, "Whoa, cool throw in!"
No.
Yeah,
No.
you flew in the air, you flipped.
Well,
So
I've been one of the best soccer balls they've ever had. I don't want to brag.
I don't want to get too into this because I don't. We're close friends, and I don't know anything about your dating or relationship situation right now. What do you tell people when you go out on dates, or what do they say when they see your hair? Or are you married, or what is your situation? Do you have a significant
I don't know.
I noticed your hair there. Are you married?
I don't know. Yeah, well, they do assume I'm married. Of course, seeing the head of hair.
They seem you're
It's just
comfortable
like
in
you
your
seem
life.
stable.
There's no way you could be trying single
Right.
with that haircut or
Bo,
whatever.
I'm single.
Okay.
And I have a daughter, and I have an ex-wife.
Okay.
But I'm single and I date.
Okay, so you're on
Yeah.
you're on the dating.
good to be
You're out
clear.
and about. You're in the world right now.
Yes.
I think we're all dating right now, right? We're all swinging singler bachelors.
Oh yeah.
We're singlers.
singular
We're
or
singlers and
plural?
looking to minglers.
Plural
That's
bachelors.
right. I'm hoping to find a spooky little love connection tonight at the haunted house.
Well, I think that's all single people going to be there.
All
Wait,
single
really?
people.
Yes.
Gonna be there. It's a mixer.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, could you bring home a towel? The couch in your living room that you're sleeping on is the bloodbath tonight.
Oh, yes.
So I need to bring home a towel.
Yeah, and
It's
while you're
gonna
at
be
it,
wet.
maybe some crackers and a juice because I'm losing a lot of blood for the couch thing. Just like those
orange.
little orange
What
crackers.
are you guys doing to my house?
It's
Like,
a haunted
It's
house.
a
You
haunted
don't
house.
do it for real. It's supposed to be joke stuff. Like you go to
No.
a store and you get crappy fake stuff. You don't do it for real.
No.
Oh no!
we
Yeah,
got
they're
a voodoo
passing me
doctor.
around. Everybody,
He's
everybody's
kind of
putting
like-
blindfold on.
If this isn't necessarily a sex party, but if
Necessarily.
if a sex party had a mankind, that
That's
would be
right.
Todd.
That's right.
He kind of goes off the top.
Oh,
he gets
the
beat up,
wrestler.
loses teeth. Yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
Just-
Yeah,
to be clear.
I go hardcore as far as the what this party's going to be. It's all real, it's all authentic for the fun.
Yes.
And I got a sock on my hand that I'm shoving into people's mouths like mankind again.
Yeah, big batch of Blue Chew
Howard-
showing up right before the party.
Oh yeah, Blue Chew is sponsoring the party.
Not necessarily a sex party, but we will have Blue Chew, we will have Cialis, we will have Viagra.
Right,
Howard-
yes. But none of those companies have licensed us.
Right.
So
No.
we've got Genair. And when I say Genair, I mean...
We can't say generic because the generic companies wouldn't let us have it.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
we are Blue Chewing on the Casper mattress tonight. Howard, we sent you an email. Didn't you get the email invite?
What?
Didn't you get the email invite, Howard?
Did you get an email?
I just did get one.
Let me forward it to you.
You got
Wait.
3 in there.
What is?
Just make sure he has
Are
it.
these all the same?
Yeah.
I don't know. Read them. It's the
Just
invite.
open it. Nothing happens when you open it.
Nothing happens if I open it? That's me, Halloween! Hey, stop it. That's not an invite.
Your ass.
That's not an invite. That was just a freaking... It's a video of a serene lake, and then a ghost lady flies out of it out of nowhere.
But that was Todd's. Check out my forward. My forward.
Yeah,
is
mine was a
real.
joke.
That was a joke. Okay, is this the real one?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Oh, God. Come on! That's just
Happy Halloween, loser.
Okay, that feels edited. That feels edited.
The
Because
loser
I've
we
seen-
added on.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was just
we went into the booth. For
that
the
was a
loser.
crackling fireplace, and then a ghost man
Paid
flew out of
$200
it.
an hour to go to
Okay.
the booth.
All right, I'm not opening this third.
Opening up
no,
the third one.
It's gonna
with
be
me.
a freaky joke again.
No, it's Uh-oh, you got two, baby.
Should I do the first one or the next
Open
one?
up that first
Okay,
one.
here it is.
Welcome back to Dr. Phil.
Oh,
Today
it's-
we're going to be
what is
talking
this?
to Aaron Carter.
Come on!
Gotcha.
That was just a clip of Aaron Carter on Dr. Phil, and he screamed at the camera.
Yes, that was Aaron Carter out of his damn mind.
Oh, the scariest part was the reality of someone getting famous too young
No.
and losing their grasp of sanity.
I wasn't
And-
judging him.
Sounds like you, Fonz.
Excuse me?
Sounds
You're
a lot
losing
like
your
you,
grip.
Fonz.
I'm not losing my grip.
You could
guys.
come to one of the coolest sort of sex parties at your own house tonight, but no, instead you're hanging out with high school kids
Well, here's
as
the thing.
an adult
Here's the
high
thing.
schooler.
If I can get back from Hawaii and deliver the bottles of James in time, maybe I'll stop by.
All right.
I'll stop by late. Keep it going late.
Now,
We'll
what
keep
is
it going late
bottles
for-
of
we'll keep it going
James?
late for you, yeah.
Is it hard alcohol or is it like a mixer?
No idea.
Or you don't know.
No idea.
But you do.
They
What
said-
do you think you're looking for? A bottle of James? What does James look like?
James, I think if James is a drink, I think it's probably got some like kind of guy on the label. Maybe it's a dark bottle. And
Maybe
I'm-
something brown, like a
So
whiskey.
you think it's like maybe a rum or something like
rum,
that? or
whiskey,
whiskey.
maybe it's a
Bottles of
soda.
James.
You know, maybe these kids don't need alcohol. Maybe they're just getting a specific soda from
soda called Bottles
Honolulu.
of James.
Yeah,
Bottles
bottles
of
of
Now,
James.
the soda's called bottles. It's the plural in the soda name or the alcohol.
Yeah.
What
Bottles
do you
of James.
Let's take a break. I got a pee-pee.
Okay.
Whoa, what a break. What a break. Wow.
break.
Great
good.
break.
That was one of the best breaks we've ever
Yeah.
had.
I wish the audience could have heard it.
Yeah.
Sufficient.
Sufficient break.
Enough.
Yeah.
Efficient and sufficient.
Yeah.
Well, we went from break to something that rhymes with break. I got another guest in the studio. We're happy to have her here. She choked on something on the water while I was talking. You can listen to her new podcast with Joel Kim Booster, Urgent Care. Mitra Jouhari, thanks for being here.
Thank you. I was joking because I liked the idea of something not rhyming.
Yeah.
Not being able to find a word that rhymes with break.
So,
Yeah.
And break's a pretty easy word to find a rhyme for. I could think of 5 right now.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, you're
Take,
classically.
steak, fake, rake, make.
Wow.
That was
He
awesome.
humiliated you, Todd.
Well, the idea
Because
wasn't-
you're one of the worst freestylers in the world.
Well,
correct?
no,
And I
a lot
say
of-
that as a man who can barely even say the word freestyler.
Look,
I botched it.
a lot of people do call me the I wish I could remember this guy's name now. The Hamilton.
Right.
Lin-Manuel
The
Miranda.
Lin-Manuel, yeah. A lot of people call me Lin-Manuel Miranda when I go into a cipher.
And does everybody laugh when they say that?
Because you're old? People think you're like old as Alexander Hamilton?
I
Like, this
don't know.
man's old.
It is because I keep shooting people. But Mitra, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, welcome to Hamilton High School. Are you familiar with the high school? Have you been in the town of Hamilton before?
First time.
First time. Well,
Oh, this is a great experience then for you.
It is.
Yeah, you get to see everything for the first time. Virgin eyes.
Yes.
we like to tell someone.
We always like to say if somebody has virgin or de-virgin eyes.
Well, if there's a young woman in the room, you should definitely say virgin.
yeah, absolutely.
Listen.
Four
Quickly as
men,
possible.
one woman.
Everybody's
we say
thinking about it. You just got to get it out there.
Get it out there.
Look, my eyes are virgin eyes too.
Well, your whole body's virgin.
Yeah. So
No,
Not just your eyes.
if you say virgin, pure, innocent in the first 3 minutes of me being in a room, I'm comfortable.
Good, good.
Well, we'd like to put you at ease, and we'd really.
Yeah, and then I would say also bringing up a gun
Right.
right before that
Right.
was good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I let everyone know when they walk in the room I do have a gun. It is
And you
loaded.
shoot people.
And yeah. And I'm
And you have a temper.
No.
Well, I trust him.
That's. I
Good.
don't know why you say that.
You're the only person who's ever said that about Todd.
So
That you trust him.
Well, that's because I'm innocent, virgin, pure.
that is a virginal opinion to have of me, is to trust me. So Urgent Care, that's coming out on the
Tomorrow.
Earwolf Network tomorrow.
Yes, that's coming out on tomorrow.
It's coming out on tomorrow.
Whatever day you're listening to this, our podcast is premiering tomorrow.
Wow. So no matter which day is
Yeah.
the day before the premiere, it will be the premiere for that person if they've never heard your podcast before.
Exactly.
And it's you and Joel Kim Booster, and you do advice?
Yes.
Wow.
Largely call in, but also online submission if you don't want us to hear your voice.
So no in-persons, though.
No in persons
Okay.
yet.
So if we just... Okay, that's fine.
Why? You want to?
You want to get right into advice, huh? Well, you got a big piece right away.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'll take that note.
But I think that we might be able to, maybe not to put you on the spot right now, but by the end of this episode, maybe we will ask you for some advice and see.
Yeah,
I would love that. Yeah,
see-
give me some time to figure out what I think you need.
Yeah, what makes you, because we're all qualified. We're all really smart
We all
men.
have, yes, and we all have very obvious deals that you will see. They don't run into each other. They're classic archetypal, deals.
Yeah, we got deals.
You'll see.
I can't wait. You'll see. You'll see.
Now, being back at a high school, do you like the feel? Do you get like a nostalgic feeling being in a high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so recent.
Yeah, because
Nostalgia is when you think about something that happened recently.
very
yes?
recently. Well, I'm sorry. I don't like to guess a woman's age, but you're what, 52?
Yeah. Just turned.
Just turned. Wow.
Yeah.
You look it.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So
I look it, don't sound it, which is kind of my deal.
that's. If you can work on your voice, you will always be young to radio audiences.
This is my real voice.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Thoughts?
That's quite a skill.
I'm sick.
Now, can you only say this is my real voice in your real voice, or do you say other things?
I can also, pretty much just that, but I can also go, hi.
That's interesting.
Okay, so you've worked on your new voice so much you've almost forgotten your old voice.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot of age behind that high.
Yeah.
More than anything else, that was an
Wisdom.
aged high.
Wisdom.
I'm not going to weigh in at all for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I'm going to
should
stay
weigh
quiet.
in.
No,
You
I'm going to
should weigh
stay
in.
quiet.
No,
I think
no.
be comfortable enough with what is inside of your mind and heart that just talking won't hurt anyone's feelings or make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, and whatever I say after is my choice.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But so, because I walk into a high school and, the freewheeling joy of the students, the world gets you down after some time. So I do get
Yeah.
nostalgic to see kids just not knowing what's ahead of them.
I know. They're about to get hit by a truck and they don't even see the headlights. Because
Yeah.
they're looking in the other direction.
That's exactly how we feel about life.
And Sam has done that.
What, hit
hit?
someone with the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and been hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not safe on the road at all.
Yeah,
That's his deal. Ding, ding, ding. That's the deal.
That's my deal.
That's the deal.
Thank
You're
you.
writing
Write
it
that down. Good,
It's
good.
clear. It's specific.
Mitra,
writing
what would
down
you,
notes.
what would you say is your deal? You have this podcast where you guys give advice. What qualifies you to give advice?
Nothing. But I think that is what makes it fun.
Right.
Okay.
Because you could go somewhere where it makes sense to get good advice. But then if you're calling in,
Yeah.
you don't want good advice. You want our advice.
You want entertaining advice.
Right. You want two loud people screaming about themselves and then eventually remembering that there's a question to answer.
Yeah.
Oh, we give advice the same way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I get my advice growing up. All my sex advice was Adam Carolla based, and now still Adam Carolla based advice. So,
Right. You seek out his advice still.
oh, absolutely, I love what the Ace Man's got to dish, and so. But I'm interested what other people's advice would be. Do you think most people will be calling in with like relationship advice?
We've gotten a lot of relationship
Oh,
stuff.
you've recorded some already.
We've recorded a few. Joel is very physically fit. I hope I don't get crucified for saying that. And he
That's what they took Jesus down for, right? Was
being too
complimenting.
hot.
Oh yes, he was too hot for the Jews.
That's what it was. Jealous.
Jealous Jews crucified Jesus' sexy body. We all know
Jealous
it.
of his
That's why he's so
bod.
naked up on the cross.
Yeah, and that tan. Oh my God, they're jealous.
Oh, they are jealous.
It's sad.
But you won't get crucified for saying Joel has a sexy body.
Yeah, he has a sexy body, and I would say the two of us get a lot of fitness questions. I'll spoil a little bit and say that I do personally handle all fitness questions on the podcast.
Okay.
Because, like, you know, you can look up a good workout, but I can tell you what I think a good workout is.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a lot of experience with different types of workouts?
No.
No. You just said, you know what.
I mean, I've been working out, and I typically
Really?
lift. Yes, Todd.
Attention.
I don't know if you can tell, but I usually lift heavy and with the back. Is that
Straight legs.
very straight legs?
Yeah.
And then pull.
Hold your breath.
Yes, hold your breath.
At your last physical, when you turned in cough for a hernia, you blew your doctor's hand off, right?
I did.
It blew right out. What is your workout routine?
I will occasionally play soccer, and I will occasionally do a spin class. And then the other 362 days of the year, nothing.
Okay. So you're getting advice from someone who has heard of 2 workouts that start with an S.
Yes.
And then you chill for the rest and kind of let your muscles regrow.
Yeah, because I'm you know, when I'm doing that stuff, I'm like, I'm at it all day. And then you're supposed to have a break period.
They do say
Absolutely.
recovery is the most important part of fitness. You have to let your body recover, because if you beat yourself down into the ground, you won't want to do it again the next day. You won't be able to do it the next day.
And I find myself often not able to do it the next day.
Because you've gone so hard for 24 straight hours
Yes.
on soccer or
spin.
Spin.
Yes.
Which spin, is it what it sounds like?
You're on a bike?
No, then.
No. Okay, so no.
No.
No. So you're just you're on a bike and you're
Yeah.
riding around the track, or
I do a stationary bike.
Okay.
That's like for example, like a soul cycle class or flywheel class or something. So you've got sort of like a woman who looks a lot better than you screaming at you in the dark for you to work hard.
In the dark.
You described my marriage just now.
Aw,
That's good motivation.
in the dark work hard. That's nice.
Yeah, but I find that I don't do either well. Be in the dark or work hard.
Both make you
All
cry.
right, well, we'll put that down on the notepad.
That's his
I
thing.
mean, that's
This man's been hit by a car and also hits people with his car. And he does bad in the dark.
And we've definitely hinted at my thing at some
We
point.
have.
Well,
already
no,
in the
it's just
episode.
shown itself.
Okay, cool.
So
I've got notes on you already. Don't worry.
here at our high school, PE is mandatory. Was that a situation in your high school?
Yes, but if you were a nerd, you could do summer gym.
Summer gym.
Yeah, so I took gym in the summer so I could take more AP classes.
Wow, that is nerdy.
Doesn't that suck?
You
So
just
you took
go
no
up.
gym during the year.
I did not take gym during the year. I did it over
Interesting.
the summer. And fun fact, my math teacher, one of my years of school, came and visited my summer gym class to say hi.
That's very
Sound
weird.
familiar, Howard?
Oh my god! It actually does. That's you. She
Yeah.
knows my deal, guys.
Howard, you'll check in on students years later.
Yeah, I got lunch with a student of mine from 6 years ago last week.
Wow.
That's nice to keep those relationships. So, did he come in? Could you tell he kind of prepared himself? He like showered that morning, put on his best outfit.
Yeah, this is a guy who would play with my hair in the hallways. So
Oh, wow.
it was nothing but intentional.
Well, you just
I
opened the
think
door.
it's time to play fake first or fake last.
Now you are the third person we've tried to play this with.
Everyone's refused.
We're talking about a real person now, this math teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to say his full name? But what either the first or last can be fake. Now, so far,
No one has played.
Darcy Carden has said no, thank
Big
you.
pass.
Greta Teidelman, big no.
pass.
Would you like to be the first person to play fake first or fake last and out part of this teacher's name?
I actually don't know the first name, so I don't think I can play.
And a big no. Another pass.
Another
Oh,
pass.
for
I will
three.
tell you later, but
Great.
All right.
you can look him up.
Let me ask you about summer gym. Is this the whole summer school thing, or would you come in the morning for like Chinese history and then come in for gym after that?
You could come for you would do for 2 weeks, and you would do 4 hours a day or something. You would do the morning chunk or the afternoon chunk.
And you get it done in 2 weeks.
You get it done in 2 weeks, then you don't have to take it to school.
Now that's
This is
interesting.
an ad for summer gym.
That's very interesting because
Yeah.
the whole thing with physical education in schools is they want to keep kids moving. They know they think when kids are in school they need to stay healthy by moving sort of consistently daily. This sort of philosophy is no, just do it all in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's good for
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah.
Which explains your current workout plan.
Yes. Put it all. Yeah. So I learned a lot of really valuable lessons in high school.
That's what it is. It's not the classes necessarily, but it's the lessons and the habits we learn. That's what's important about high school.
Yeah.
Which-
So it's
Learning
that
to
foundational
learn.
time. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to maybe get some advice from you. I mean, if that is the podcast and you feel not good at it, but that you're going to do it in the future, maybe we could roll around and I'll take a piece of advice.
Yeah.
So mine, I can't seem to hold down a relationship with a wife.
Many. There have been many.
Yes, yeah. It seems that once marriage happens, she does something and becomes less interesting, and I start getting the wandering eye, which you've heard about in stand up and stuff. Fellas
yeah.
get the wandering eye.
Yeah, fellas get the wandering eye. It's hard for me to understand because I just am not seeing the world from that perspective, of course. But I do.
So, what would you say is a good piece of advice to deal with that wandering eye?
To deal with the wandering eye. Well, what initially attracts you to your various partners?
Let's see. I think that they, I feel like they will.
You should have an answer for this.
They like me at first, which feels really nice.
That okay?
Someone liking you feels really nice.
And do you like them before they like you?
Well, they're attracted.
You're sweating, Todd.
And
Look at
Getting
me.
really red, Todd.
Look at me when you talk to me.
eye contact's never been one of my strong suits. As an actor, that's the thing I'm working on. But what was the question?
My question was, what attracts you to your wives?
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty what?
Guilty
You
of
knew
what?
the
They're
question?
guilty.
I don't. Sorry. I feel like I'm being grilled right now.
You are being grilled.
What attracts me to my wives?
Yeah.
Guilty as being attracted to your wives?
You got me.
All right. So you've been caught. So you
Okay.
are attracted to your wives.
Yes.
And what attracts
Well,
you
like
to your
I
wives?
said, they're nice to me early on, which feels really good.
Go on.
And sometimes when I'm talking, they're like that. They're listening, and when they.
So it's sort of about your experience of them and nothing to do with them.
Well, no, but there's also it's nice to have someone to see a film with at a flick.
Okay, so they're next to you and they hear you.
Okay, good.
It's really important that someone could hear you in a relationship.
I think I'm getting a.
You're getting the
You're
light.
not getting a call.
I'm getting
You're not
the light.
getting the light.
It looks like I'm getting the light back there. You've been great, Mitra.
No, we're not done.
I guess I wanted advice where I didn't have to reveal anything about myself.
Right.
This is like therapy again.
I guess,
Where it's
yeah.
like, I want you to tell me about me.
Yeah, and how long do you normally stick with a therapist, do you think?
It's so hard. It's really hard.
It is hard.
It's really hard.
Do you tell the truth to therapists?
I don't talk a lot in therapy.
You let them talk. It's their time.
It's their time, and I kind of say, like, what do you think about me? What do you, I always want to know what other people think about me.
Well, that's a bummer.
How do you mean?
Because you can't always be thinking about that. I mean, therapy's your time. You're paying for it. So use it.
I'm kind of paying to know why people. Because if I talk too much about myself, I'll kill myself.
That I understand. I get it. I empathize with that.
All right, that's empathy right there.
What's empathy to you?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I think we made a real breakthrough, and it's time to move on. And it's
All
time
right.
to move on.
I feel like I really, really got somewhere with you.
Yeah, thank you. So
From
you'd say,
any of what Todd said, could you give him a piece of advice?
What I would say is make a list of things that would attract you
Gotcha.
to another person that actually have things to do with their personality and even their physical attributes and have nothing to do with the way that they interact with you only based on your performance for them.
that's interesting. That's interesting.
But also I would say keep doing exactly what you're doing because it seems like it's what you're going to do anyway.
You know what? You sound a lot like my therapist.
Mitra, let me ask you a question. So, I feel like most of my life is involved. I like what I do. I
Right.
like being a teacher and a coach. So a lot of my
And I'm
life.
sorry, real quick, what do you teach?
Social
What do I
studies?
teach?
Social
Social
studies, and you coach it, and he coaches basketball.
I coach basketball.
Great,
So
okay.
I feel like a lot of my social life or I have fun at work. So most of the things I do are work. Or it's a work function, or it's like I feel like I'm getting out of my house because I'm doing work things, but I think I need some type of hobby.
Sure.
But I don't love going outside. I'm frustrated by musical instruments.
Frustrated?
Yeah, I don't get good at them fast enough.
How long do you give yourself to get good at them?
A couple hours.
Until my back hurts. Like I usually play an instrument, like my back hurts. My back hurts now from playing guitar. And it also feels like, why am I doing this if I'm not going to play it somewhere? And then I'm like back to work again. I'm like, oh, well, this I can use this for work. So I'm not doing it for fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like this in every aspect of my life. I'm wasting time unless it leads to work.
I get that.
You know
Sorry,
what I mean?
I'm just crying.
Is there a way to maybe do activities strictly for inspiration? But see, now I'm back to work. I'm looking for inspiration, just simply for doing them.
I think there is. That's something that I really struggle with.
Yeah.
I'm taking a class next month.
Okay.
I'm taking a pottery class.
Oh, cool.
And I know that I'm going to be bad at it. I'm historically very bad at art. And
Historically.
in my life, the things that I try to make look really bad visually.
Right.
I have no sort of understanding of like, if I do this, it's going to look like this, or wouldn't it be interesting if the thing was shaped like this? I have no imagination in that sense. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to take a pottery class and just
Okay.
be okay with being bad. You
Yeah.
should try something that you know you're going to be bad at.
I would like to be able to cook better.
Okay. See if you can take a cooking class or get a
yeah.
recipe book.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you don't have to go outside.
That's true.
Follow the recipes.
Yeah.
And then if they're bad, oh well.
Oh,
haha.
well. No, I don't get humiliated.
No.
Nobody's coming over there and being like, this is nasty.
Yeah. No one. And then
Now-
you can order pizza if you don't like it.
Right, that's true.
If you like pizza. Seems like you might be.
Because if I'm bad at something, I will kill myself.
So everyone.
I totally get that.
Now we're 2 for 2, and I would say we're about to be 3 for 3 on people in this podcast
Right.
being in a really
suicidal.
dark place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
suicidal.
I will say my therapists have all told me that I'm too narcissistic to end my own life. So I wouldn't
good
worry if
safeguard.
I were you.
Okay, so I guess for you, I would say don't go to therapy so you can stay as bad as you are so that you stay alive.
Hell yeah. I'm like early Mark Maron, baby.
That's great advice. That's great advice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so once again, people hosting my podcast are not qualified to dispense real advice.
I feel like I'm in urgent care right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Yeah.
this is the experience of it. As I was panicked a couple minutes ago,
Yeah.
and now I feel like I got a little salve, and I'm better than these other losers in urgent care right
Yeah,
now.
people are like saying, like, stop coming back. We're not going to give you pain pills.
Oh, come on. At least I didn't get shot like this fucking guy.
It does feel great to go spend a little time in the urgent care lobby.
You
You
appreciate
just
your
feel
own life.
strong by comparison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you go there to brag.
Yeah, well, not brag, but just sort of go, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
It's like
The rest of my
sneer.
life sucks. Yeah, sneer. I don't want them to feel bad. I just want to feel good.
Sneer.
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 I'll sneer.
Such a
at
funny
them.
word.
I'll give
Sneer.
them
That
a
means
side
kind of
eye.
like, what is, like, brag?
You're like smug. You're like, you loser.
The sneer is funny.
Scoff. All that.
Scoff.
Sneer.
Sneering,
Squawk.
scoffing.
All the words about looking at people funny is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good words. Any advice needed over here? Or should we move on?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'd love some advice.
Sam.
I don't need any advice.
Sam.
What,
Sam,
what
you
do I
sound
need
like my
advice about?
fucking father.
What do I need advice about?
Everyone here is not well. Whew, I am sweating. I am stressed from
Yeah,
this.
it's a hot room.
No, don't be.
It's a hot room full of sad people.
I do think they will read transcripts of this podcast at one of our trials.
Yes.
I do genuinely
Or-
believe that.
Yeah, character witness.
Or funeral.
Yeah.
Or funeral.
I mean,
Cross our fingers.
it's looking like funeral based on what everybody's telling me.
Here, I'll jump in here and I'll tell you this. I've never been suicidal a day in my life. So let's start it there.
Doth.
There's not been a single day.
Protest.
No,
Oh, have I
I'm-
ever seen a sneer in my life?
I like to call myself a very happy person.
Okay.
I'm very excited. I like talking
Yeah,
to
okay.
Fake it till you make it.
I like talking to people. I like spending time with people. I think sometimes my personality is a little bit too in your face. Too, maybe you could call it clingy. I get people excited and then they're like, oh, this is too much. This is like a dog that won't stop licking my face. Like get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
What? Maybe you have some advice for somebody who maybe sometimes comes on a little bit too strong with new friendships, new relationships, something like that. Like, because I don't know how to stop it.
And to be clear, he is saying he does lick people's face.
Yes.
That's not a
Gets
metaphor.
very
It's
Well,
like a
if we're
dog.
gonna kiss, it's
Yeah. Well, I don't
if
think
you're gonna
everybody
kiss, so this is before the kiss. You lick the face like a dog.
I'm cleaning the face.
Well,
off.
I'd say
Well, the first kiss
though,
has to be nice.
it has to be clean.
So-
I always ask, can I lick your face before we kiss?
And what do they say?
Yeah.
All right, so I would say you can maybe spend more time looking at people's body language. Really listen and see if if you feel like they mean what they're saying.
That's a
to
good
you.
thing. So,
Like
for
you,
example,
how you're
yeah.
so far back from all
Yeah.
you keep leaning further and
Yeah.
further back. Your arms are crossed.
This
Right.
means you
kinda
want to stay, right?
You what?
This means you want to stay, this body language.
Yeah, I want to turn, and unfortunately the listeners won't be able to hear this, but I just want to show the hosts what I've been doing to the back of the chair.
Okay. Gripping it very tightly, holding it so hard as if she's on a roller coaster.
But also taking
Fists
time.
of anxiety.
Also taking time to just get a little further away from us and show us her back. Just make sure that we're not close.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people won't show me their back because they feel threatened or challenged by me. So that was
Well-
nice. That was trusting.
Yeah, I have enough trust to know that I will probably not get attacked from behind while I'm in this room.
Wow, thank you. It's nice to throw
so
a
nice.
nice compliment at us.
So nice.
That was really nice. Thank you.
I think that's the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
Huh, yeah, me too.
That's really nice.
So you're clingy,
So,
Howard.
read
Yeah.
people's body language better.
And now, what is that? What is it like? So, what are some signs I can look for that besides the ones you've shown me? Because I've never seen exactly this exact thing you just showed us. I've never seen that before. So,
Right, but think about like what you do when you're uncomfortable. If you see somebody doing that, maybe take stock in that and slow down.
Right. So if they're pouring their cup of coffee and they're kind of responding with just uh-huhs and okays, like, oh wow's, not really engaging in conversation, that probably means they don't want me to talk to them anymore.
Or you could just ask them a question about themselves or what they're interested in or what they want to do or something like that.
Oh, so instead of coming at them with, I've had a crazy week, come at them with a, have you had a crazy week?
Exactly.
Oh, that's simple. That's like two different words.
That's a great starter question. Hey, have you had a crazy week?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
and
'cause
if
we
they
all
have, fun.
well,
So-
so let's try it.
Yeah.
Hey, Mitra, do you think your outfit looks really cool?
No.
Okay. I mean,
Great
My
seeing you.
outfit, I love my outfit. I picked out this outfit at the J Crew.
Oh, the J. Crew.
DJ Crew?
What's that?
DJ Crew?
DJ Crew.
Oh, DJ crew.
DJ crew, yeah. Lots of techie sort of turntable-y style.
Yeah, as you can see, the top is kind of a see-through fishnet shirt.
Yeah, it's like a neon green mesh.
Yeah.
Are you going somewhere after this?
You never know if you're going to end up at a party or a rave or where they're blasting music.
Your
or something
pants
like
say Calvin Harris on them.
Calvin Hairless.
Calvin Hairless. So this is like sort of a parody. This is like Spencer's Gifts off of DJs?
My body laserer gives the pants to you afterwards is kind of an advertisement.
That's really nice.
Thank you.
I love free stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, me
You're
too.
welcome.
Me too. Thank you. Well, would you like to ask us for some advice also? I don't know.
I would love some
Is
advice.
there something you've been working on or thinking about that you're curious at what our perspective would be?
Well, I feel like I'm a huge workaholic and I'm trying to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having trouble doing so because I like work a lot. So similar to Bill's setup.
Yeah.
But that's my thing right now.
Yeah, I have no advice for that because I'm the same. And yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle for me because I guess, the work does feel like I do feel calm when I'm at work or doing work.
Yes.
And when I'm not, I feel anxious. Like
Because
I go
the
to
rest
the
of the time,
beach.
it's like, what do I do?
Yeah, I go to the beach and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, we should do this. What is this?
Well, it's beach, so it's like
beach.
sand, it's water,
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah, maybe doubling down on relationships. Doubling.
Focus the work stuff
So
on
keeping it-
another person.
Yeah, so keeping it all external.
Yeah, don't look inward.
Okay, great.
Doubling down on relationships, even if they're good or not. Just double down on them.
Okay, great.
Does this sound good or unhealthy?
Definitely good and unhealthy. I would say it sounds more attractive to me than rebuilding the foundation
Right.
of myself.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
'cause
tried sabotaging your work opportunities? Then you can't go to them anymore.
Oh.
Okay.
And then you have nothing.
Self-sabotage.
Sabotage.
Yeah, self-sabotage, other people sabotage.
Any suggestions on how to go about that?
Find what your employer doesn't like and then do that thing.
Okay.
Right.
Mean tweets,
Yeah,
garbage
does
in the
your
break
employer
room.
dislike mean tweets?
Yeah, well, no, they're actually a huge fan of mean tweets because they love that segment on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So they're
That
looking.
is Jimmy Kimmel,
You
yes.
work for
They're
Kimmel's
looking
old
to come
producer.
and read the tweets about themselves, hopefully. Like they're hoping you write a mean tweet.
My boss does not work at Kimmel, but they love that
Yeah,
segment and
right.
they love the idea of mean tweets.
My boss loves when you take little kids' Halloween candy away and make them cry.
That bit is classic.
Classic
Hilarious.
Kimmel. Classic Kimmel.
My boss loves going to war with the Speaker of the House. I think
I'm laughing.
I think a thing for me is I was a big workaholic when I was the most trying to avoid my wife and daughter. And I don't know if those were related, but is there something that in your life, my wife, my daughter, that you're trying to avoid? Are they around?
Do you know his
Still-
wife and daughter?
I don't know your wife and daughter.
Me neither anymore. Yeah.
And how far back are we talking with this particular wife and daughter? How many wives ago?
This is 3 wives ago, 1 daughter ago. So the only daughter. Yeah. Oh. Everybody. I got a little sympathy here. But it's okay. I really love my daughter. I think about her all the time. I was like, Mary. I think that's her name. I miss you, and but maybe that's what it is. Or sometimes work, is a way to express anxiety. Do you think it might be that? Are you an anxious person?
Definitely. I know I seem like so laid back.
Very.
Yeah, very anxious.
Yeah.
So maybe it's about.
Well, now I feel bad about damn work. Now I feel damn bad about damn work.
Like you're anxious about it?
Yeah, like work doesn't even make me feel good now because I'm like, oh, I'm just working to escape other things.
You could be, you like it and you're doing it to
Right.
escape.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive.
When you
Right.
find yourselves reaching results at work, do you get happy or do you want to do the next thing? Like, are you ever happy with the work?
It lasts about the same time as like some burnt toast.
Yes. I would say
It's like that stinks in here, and then it's like 30 minutes later, like I don't even think there was any burnt toast in here.
I would say my happiness lasts for 1 minute, and then when I feel like I've done a bad thing, it lasts for much longer. And it doesn't matter how. Yeah.
The bad thing
bad
lingers.
The bad thing lingers.
The bad feeling really lingers.
So I might suggest to find ways to be less results oriented in your work. Like once I accepted that all my plays were going to be panned, and walked out of, canceled early, never funded,
Called crap.
put to on trial.
That's a bad reviewer. If someone's just calling it crap, that's a bad reviewer.
Out to pasture.
That's passion. That was a bad reviewer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, the review after that was very thorough and specific. All the ways it was crap. But I agree. Use a better word. Use a synonym.com. So maybe finding a way to make it about the joy of the piece, really.
Yeah, that's
Doing the
good.
work.
That's good.
And less about what is going to happen when the work is done and how and what the result of it feels like. Does that feel like really good advice?
That is great advice.
Pretty
That is
sage
good.
moment from Todd.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
to be a man literally crumbling. That was pretty good
How do you
advice.
mean?
Physically,
physically, mentally, spiritually.
hair, skin.
Yeah, they say your body matches your inner life.
Right.
And I do have that going on. But yeah, I'm just saying that because a therapist told me that right before I fired him. Well, Mitra, thanks for being here.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for the advice.
Thank you for the advice.
Yeah, we're excited for urgent care.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you get any emails from our email addresses, we'd love to hear real advice. Oh, we just sent you an email.
That was the email sound.
This email's being sent.
Okay, someone's got a future in Foley.
But yeah, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Again, Urgent Care premieres. It'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
October 31st.
October 31st.
Spooky release date.
Spooky
Yeah.
release dates. Yeah, we begged them. We're like, please put on the creepiest day of the year.
Oh yeah.
We should
Bending
say,
over while I was saying that.
creepy and sexualized, and you are covered head to toe in Nightmare Before Christmas gear.
Yeah,
so
well,
it's
I'm
very
a huge Tim Burton head.
That's your vibe.
Yeah.
I'm mostly, I like to think of myself as steampunk first, comedian second.
Oh my god!
That's so cool.
And you do think those things go together?
Yeah.
I'm
you
just-
rode in here on a really tall bike and could not get off of it. It fell just sideways. It
Yeah,
just fell off.
and I'll say these guys had some pretty mean shit to say about my monocle, and look who's laughing now. I see the best out of everybody in here.
That's true.
I guess I just don't know how a monocle can also be plain goggles.
Why? Oh, sorry. I guess I don't lack imagination.
Oh my God,
Oh.
Todd roasted. He's an artist. Too.
Got your ass, Todd.
Yeah. So, and my boots each weigh 20 pounds. They hurt. Oh, so I guess I do work out. I have 40 pounds of boots on at all times. I have
Right.
8 leather coats on everywhere I walk. Floor length.
So that's a great piece of advice. The steampunk workout,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. My
another
big heavy
ass
hat.
workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Soccer.
looks like a hat's really putting your head to work.
Yeah. I mean, I have I would say a 12
Scoliosis?
rods in my neck.
Oh, wow.
Because the hat's so
Right.
Well, that's so steampunk.
Yeah.
Just like working
They're
pistons. in
pistons.
your
Yeah,
neck.
they're sort of steam powered pistons.
And
Yeah.
while you're dressing that way, does everyone doing that workout have to listen to the crap you're listening to?
That's just a bonus.
It is just a bonus. Mostly people request that. I don't force that on anyone.
really?
I don't force my religion on other people.
Okay. So, I see. It's a religion. You're doing kind of a steampunk
And your god is
spin
like
class.
a big old clock, right?
Yeah, with a bunch of, and then all the disciples are little bats that live inside the clock.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
This
communion is you eat the dust from inside the clock. It's
Okay.
modeled after Christianity, but it is worse.
Well, I'm glad to get that little piece of your personality out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it played immediately to us in the room, of
Yeah.
course.
And
Right.
usually,
Right.
you
Forget
don't
the
have to
audience can't
mention
see
it
it,
because
yeah.
people see you and it has to come up.
Right.
They have to talk about what you look
Yeah.
like.
Which
and
is
you're
so
wearing.
fucked up. Like I don't do that when you're wearing a t-shirt.
That's
Right.
true. It feels a little different. Yours feels a little more like something you put a lot of choice and effort into.
Oh, so you don't put any choice into effort what you wear.
Look at him.
I mean,
I know.
J.
I mean,
Crew.
I wasn't going to
DJ
say
Crew.
DJ
anything.
Crew.
That's why it took them so long to see my back, was because I had to lift up all the jackets.
Right.
Yeah, it felt like it was like Morpheus going into a chiropractor.
Let's do another 20 minutes now that we found this steampunk stuff. This is the stuff.
This is better. This is way better. Thank you for being here, Mitra.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful life.
And then, obviously, if you guys are free after this, I am screening Tim Burton's entire catalog in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally.
Great.
Wow, that sounds like a long
Nightmare
night.
before Christmas.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the Teachers Lounge. As always, we appreciate it. That was what I was
We
appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. And until next time,
Stay flippy.
Class is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest, but I got to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that joy. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.
If you enjoyed the Teacher's Lounge, make sure to check out their bonus mini episodes available on Stitcher Premium. Just go to stitcherpremium.com/teacher and use promo code TEACHER for your first month free. Also, the guys would like to thank Casey Trela, who made the incredible theme song for the show. You can check out his music at Casey Trela, that's Trela, on Twitter. Finally, the Teacher's Lounge has a lot of great merch available. Just go to podswag.com/teacher and see for yourself. Thanks for listening.